Hello everybody, welcome back to IELTS 02 Hero series in yet another lecture, and today we are again going to dive deep into IELTS speaking module. And what I've got in store for you today, I have got recent IELTS speaking questions, part 1 के recent questions जो मेरे students ने मुझे report करे हैं अभी पिछले हफ्ते. Those questions I have got for you and I am going to give you my sample answers on those questions. Let's quickly get started. Alright, what are we going to cover? Recent part 1 questions and sample answers जो मैं अभी देने वाली हूँ आपको in this lecture. Now, number of questions जल्दी से quickly recap करते हैं part 1 का. In part 1, you are going to be asked somewhere around good 8 to 10 questions on different topics. ऐसा नहीं है 10 के 10 questions एक ही topic पे होंगे. They can ask you 3-4 questions on technology, they can ask you other 3-4 questions on your childhood, and the remaining 2-3 questions on your future. And yes, in part 1, another thing that they do is they ask you questions from past, present, future to see how beautifully or how comfortably you can transition between different tenses. तो वो आपको आपके past में भी लेके जाएंगे, वो आपकी past की hobbies भी पूछेंगे आपसे. hobbies नहीं, आप कुछ भी पूछ सकते हैं. प्रेजेंट एंड फ्यूचर के भी क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं जस्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि आप सारे टेंसेस को अच्छे से यूज कर पा रहे हो कि नहीं. सो दिस इज हाउ दे विल चेक योर टेंस नॉलेज इन पार्ट 1 बाय टेकिंग यू इन योर पास्ट, प्रेजेंट एंड फ्यूचर. Now, how long you should be speaking on each of these prompts? You should be speaking in about 3 to 4 sentences. इससे कम नहीं करना है किसी भी हालत में. Do not give one-liners or one word or even two-liner is too less. Don't do that. So you need to be speaking somewhere around 3 to 4 sentences on each of the prompt, and that is about the length of your answers. Moving on, last video में हमने क्या discuss किया था? हमने discuss किए थे 3 ways you can use to expand your answers in part 1. So if you have not watched that video already, go and watch that because वहां से आपको पता चलेगा कि कौन से 3 तरीके use करके I expand my answers in part 1. Now let's get started. So these are some recently asked questions and let's start and practice them one by one. So the very first question over here is, do you live in an apartment or a house? Well, I am a Delhiite and Delhi is an extremely crowded city, and that is why most of the people here live in an apartment, and so is the case with me. Even I live in an apartment. However, in the future, I would like to live in an independent house of myself. Next one is living in an apartment better than a house? Then I would say something like this. Well, both have their own pros and cons. When you live in an apartment, you live in a closed-knit community and you feel secured because most of the time there are surveillance cameras and there are watchmen outside your society. So yes, the security is not a concern. However, at times it does get quite probably congested, which is not the case if you are living in an independent house wherein you have your own backyard and you have access to your own rooftop. Next one, what do you like about your house? My most favorite thing about my house is my bedroom. It is like my sanctuary. The moment I enter in my bedroom, I expect complete privacy. I can do whatever I want over there, turn on the music, sit with a novel, and just simply enjoy being myself without worrying about the world. So yes, and apart from that, just beside my bedroom, there's this balcony which I have decorated with using a lot of plants, especially the plants are herbs that I have used in that balcony. Next is, do you like the architecture of old houses or the new ones? Well, the old houses had a certain kind of charm in them. I still remember I have seen a few old houses which inside the house premises, inside the premises, they still have some trees, which is a rare sight in a city like Delhi. However, if you ask me what is my preference, I would definitely say new houses because they are constructed keeping in mind the modern amenities, something like, lifts or parking area, which is the requirement, which is a must-have in today's day and age. So yeah, my preference bends towards new ones. Next, do you like reading books? Like, I am absolutely passionate about reading books. Even though I'm a working professional and I have a super hectic lifestyle, I still take the time out every single day before going to bed to read at least a couple of pages because that actually de stresses me and I like reading fiction books. Next one, how often do you read books? Like I said, I read books almost every single day. If I can't get my hands on a paperback, then I make sure that I have some application in my mobile using which I can get hands on some ebooks, which are not only cheaper but at the same time convenient when you are lying in your bed. So, yes, I read every day, be it a paperback or an ebook. Next one is, did you like to read books as a child? Oh yes, absolutely. Even as a child, I used to dive deep into story books, and I still remember there were other children my age who used to prefer playing all the time, but I was somebody who was extremely passionate about reading short stories loudly. Probably that is why I am in this profession today. All right, next one. Which movie did you watch after reading a book on it? All right, so yes, there are quite a few movies based on novels, and one such movie that I can here mention is Harry Potter. Now, Harry Potter is an amazing series. I made sure that once I ended up with all the 7 parts in the given series, only then I started watching movies because Harry Potter is all about magic, and I want to see how they have shown that magic on camera. So, yes, it was a wonderful experience for me. Next, can you swim? Well, I can, although I am not a good swimmer. I know a little bit of freestyle swimming, but because I don't swim every day, I don't say that I'm a good swimmer. However, if I'm in a water body, I will not drown because I know the basics of freestyle swimming. The next one, what are the benefits of swimming? Oh, there are loads of benefits. It simply keeps your body toned and you just do not have to worry about having some other workout schedule, hitting the gym every day because swimming is sufficient in itself. It just helps you burn calories, and at the same time, for me, swimming is like meditation. When I am in water, I don't think about the rest of the things. Then it's me, swimming, water, and that's it. So it's just being aligned with nature. So, yes, there are some mental as well as physical benefits of swimming. Moving on, did you swim as a child? Well, as a child, I didn't swim. I have always been a water baby, but no, as a child, I didn't swim because there in that period of time and back in the day, I did not have a lot of amenities around where I used to live for swimming. So, yes, I did enjoy splash pool activities. We did go for some beach vacations, but as far as learning swimming is concerned, as a child, I didn't do that. So this is how I just answered all these questions in about barely 10 minutes for you in 3 to 4 sentences. Now what your job is, you need to see the vocabulary and the ideas that I have used in these ones, and you need to decode the strategies कि कहाँ पे मैंने compare and contrast करा है, कहाँ पे मैंने reasons दिए हैं, in which question, which tense I am using. So just sit, listen to the answers and decode the vocabulary, the ideas and the grammar that I'm using, which tense I am using. That's your job. And yes, of course, if you want the list of those questions, just enroll in IELTS free Zero to Hero batch by downloading PW app from Google Play Store. You do not have to pay a single penny. You get all these beautiful PPTs along with DPPs, which are daily practice papers. I'll see you in the next lecture, guys. Bye-bye. Take care.